The title for this morning discussion, of course, is about JAM and its multiple errors. I was here earlier yesterday night around 9 p.m. where I discussed about the glitches and the human and technical glitches that JAM owed up to during the past unified tertiary matriculation examination that took place 2 weeks ago, owing that about 379,997 candidates were already contacted for them to retake their exam. And of course, you see the drama that took place yesterday when the JAM registrar, Professor Ishak Oloyede, was even could not hold back his tears, owing at taking responsibility for the errors that took place, resulting to the mass failure of candidates. But like I was saying yesterday, that owing up to the error and saying and maybe admitting that okay, the errors could have resulted to the mass failure is an apology. Is apology by the JAM registrar and by the JAM as a body itself enough for what must have happened during the last examination that was conducted 2 weeks ago? It's an apology only accepted is giving an apology, owning up to your errors, and then saying that should lives go on after that. Of course, I know that we are humans, and technology too sometimes could result to glitches that a man cannot control, okay? But there was a shocking revelation thereafter towards evening time, how that a female candidate from Lagos State, to be precise, the presence of a female candidate, 19-year-old female candidate, Faith Temilehin, committed suicide due to the low marks you scored. Now, one thing we could do right now, could we actually connect that it was because of the JAM's human error and technical glitches that was owned up to by the JAM that resulted to this young female Nigerian taking her life, ending her life because of the low score she scored in JAM. You know, several issues coming up, and one could just wonder how that the Nigerian educational system has been this poor to an extent that JAM could not conduct in the 21st century, in 2025. How many years after that JAM have been conducting this examination, JAM could not improve its services where it could contain without error or minimal errors, you know? So it's something that baffled someone, and then a Nigerian, a precious life, a precious 19-year-old lady who has a precious future ahead of her, ending her life because of the negligence of JAM. And maybe, what can we say? Then it's just a pity, all right? It's a pity. It's a pity. Let me admit that it's a pity that we are here at this point in time in this era, and you know what exactly is happening. What exactly it's happening? Should JAM be coming out at this point in time, at this century, at this time point in time where technology had advanced? What kind of service providers did JAM employ their services that resulted to these glitches, resulting to the mass failure that a female candidate could end her life? You know, she says she's called, according to Revelation, that she scored a little marks from a low score that she gained from that examination that she wrote. You know, she scored a little mark. But one of the many issues that could be coming up here, should JAM just apologize and just leave it like that and go? Please, if you're joining this channel for the first time, I could see some people reacting. Thank you, Chaos Witch. Okay, I see some people reacting. You can do well to like, subscribe, and share the channel. This is Smart Media channel. My name is John Tanner. We're bringing up issues. Please, if you are watching for the first time, whether in Nigeria, outside the shore of Nigeria, do well to like and drop a comment in the comment section. After the streaming, we could visit the page and then know what you feel. What we are discussing this morning is about the mass failure experienced in JAM, and then JAM coming yesterday to own up to its human and technical errors, and the technological error resulting to the mass failure. And I told you earlier when I started that a female student who has a bright future ahead of her, 19-year-old Faith Timilehin, ended up took her life and her life in the process as a result of low score. Now, one thing someone could do, can we connect, because she's from Lagos, and with from Lagos, where most of the candidates were affected by these human and technical errors owned by JAMB, So could we actually connect that maybe she was one that was affected by the negligence of JAMB, the error, whatever error at all committed by JAMB, that led to her ending her life in such a manner? Is this not a pity at this point in time, where Nigeria, 21st century, a Nigerian educational system cannot conduct an examination of 1.9 million Nigerian candidates who sat for that examination? Talking about that, of course, I've discussed here several times that 1.5 million actually scored below 200. From that examination that was conducted 2 weeks ago by the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. All right. So, but we could raise some issues, we could raise several issues from this. We told you that the state that experienced most of the failure is Lagos. About 200,000 students actually score low from that examination. And then we'll talk about 5 states from Imo, Anambra, 5 states from the southeast too were affected, but Lagos being over 200,000 out of the 379,997 candidates that were affected. Over 200,000 come from Lagos, and that is the location that a lady, a female 19-year-old candidate, ends her life. Took her life because of the negligence of JAMB. But the drama that played out yesterday at the JAMB headquarters is just laughable. A professor coming up, maybe you are owing up to the hand, you are crying. So does the crying help matter? Does the crying take your error, shedding tears, and people were clapping that the man was owing up to his errors? But it's so bad, all right? It's so bad. All right. See, someone is asking me, what language is this? Of course, this is English language. I'm speaking English language. Maybe you're watching outside of the shore of Nigeria. I'm streaming here live in Abuja, Nigeria. We are talking about issues of examination, mass failure, and the just concluded Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. We call them UTME. Of course, the body that is responsible for conducting that examination is a JAMB. So I'm speaking English. All right, I'm speaking English. So most of the issues that were revealed yesterday, JAMB said they have contacted about 379,997 candidates to receipt for the examination, to have a receipt. And then, but we could go ahead and lament and pity the family, but a precious life have gone. A 19-year-old female student in the name of Faith Temelehin ended her life because of the low score. And I told you that, could it be possible that the human and technical errors of JAMB resulted to the low score by this female 19-year-old female student, going ahead to end her life? All right. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Just drop them there, and when we are done with this live streaming, I could know your thought, what you feel, and what should JAMB be doing. I keep asking, is the apology and the to the human and technological error by JAMB, is it enough? Should life now go on as usual after owing that, we are sorry, the mass failure that was experienced in JAMB was as a result of our errors, the technological companies that were employed, whose services were employed, were responsible for the mass failure. And then, I am sorry, I cried, I'm crying, you can see me, I'm crying, so please, life should go on. As no, in advanced countries, life cannot go on, especially with a precious life being cut short as a result of a negligence by an examination body called JAMB. So, but let's see. And no, some people have been calling for the resignation of the office of the JAMB registrar, that he should resign from there. But the man, several stakeholders believe that the man have really, really done well over the years. But because of the and I told you, it may be my own personal opinion that if it is in advanced countries, an advanced country where people take the education sector very serious, JAMB registrar would have resigned by now. But in Nigeria, after everything, precious lives being cut short, life goes on as as usual, as if nothing happened. So I just came on this morning to just bring on this revelation. Maybe some of you don't know what is going on in the world of education in Nigeria. So this is what is trending now. 19-year-old lady have ended her life. Okay, and so some of the issues may be arising that. Now the exam have been rescheduled for some of the students who experienced mass failure, okay, who were affected by the glitches whatsoever that JAMB did. So what should be the consolation, especially for the family, the victim's family, the victim family? Of course, the lady that took her life, that ended up her life in in such a pitiable manner, okay, cutting short her life because of the low JAMB score she earned during the last examination. Should there be a maybe like a what which word can I use now? Should there be a consolation at all by the federal government to the family of the deceased, or should life just go on and there may be a 1 minute? Of course, that is all. Is that all that should be done for such a family and for a bright future, a lady, for a bright future coming to an end? Should that be all? After apologizing, we go and visit the family. We said sorry. We are sorry. We are admitted that okay, from it is our own error. We own up to the errors. So life should go on as 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 usual. Okay, that is the Nigerian system. Life will go on as usual, of course. All right. So, but someone who is asking what language is this? Okay, if you are using English language to ask the question, can't you hear or don't you understand English? Of course, I'm speaking English. All right. So, or I don't know, maybe you can drop the comment on and ask me in your dialect. Maybe I may understand your dialect and speak, but I'm speaking English. All right. That's by the way. Okay. So it's just a 15 minutes video. Please, if you are watching for the first time, drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, Smart Media channel, where you will get first-hand information, news, current affairs in the world of security, politics, and maybe trending issues. Of course, we come here to analyze them, not necessarily our own opinion, but we try to harness stakeholders' opinion and then bring it to bear, and then knowing your thoughts, let will just have your thoughts and reaction to such a thought. Okay, so we've been speaking about JAMB since yesterday, when the JAMB registrar and the body entirely come up to own up to some of the errors that came into play during the examination. JAMB saying that 379,997 students have been contacted to receipt for the examination starting from tomorrow, okay, being the 16th of May 2025. Okay, so maybe that's one of the consolation they could give some of those students that were affected by the poor performance and mass failure experience in the just concluded unified tertiary matriculation and examination conducted 2 weeks ago. Okay, there have been reaction and counter reaction from stakeholders, many outrage from Nigerians, from that JAMB to review the process and know what actually took place. So after the process, it was what JAMB come on board and said that okay, they own up to their own errors and technological errors that played out during the examination. All right, thank you very much. That is how far I could stream this morning, come on live this morning. Okay, please, I could see many of you joining. Do well to drop your comments in the comment section. When I'm done, I will react to them accordingly. Okay, my name is John T. Nam, the face behind Smart Media channel, where we bring you stories cutting across security, most times security, governance, politics, economy, how it affect the ordinary man, the ordinary Nigerian on the street. Okay, if you are watching outside the shore of this country, please do where to like, subscribe, share, and drop your thoughts in the comment section. When I'm done, we go through them and see how we could get connected from their hands. Okay, right. So we'll be ending the live stream this morning, but we pray and hope that JAMB do the needful and such an error does not repeat itself again. Okay. So be ending the live stream now. I have to go back to, of course, I work with an independent television, a broadcast station. Okay, so I have to attend to duty now. See you guys. Catch you guys later. Bye for now.